أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين رضي الله تعالى عنه وعن كافة المؤمنين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, we returned safely from our journey to the Maghrib, Morocco. Alhamdulillah, Imam and I, we had met some scholars and we went to some very blessed places, Alhamdulillah. So I have some photographs, some things I'm putting together, and I intend to share them with you, inshallah ta'ala, with the community, inshallah, pretty soon. But until that time, inshallah ta'ala, I wanted to share with you one beautiful piece of advice in the form of a khatira, that one of their old alims over there in the Morocco and conveyed, that I thought was just beautiful, subhanAllah. I wanted to share it with you. I mentioned it in my khutbah yesterday, the second khutbah a little bit, but I wanted to mention it now. And that is, he's a very elderly man, mashallah, but so his insight, his aql is strong, his health is good. So one of us asked him about good health. What is the key to good health? And subhanAllah, look how he answered the question. He said, the key to good health is two things. He said, one, Salat al-Fajr on time. Salat al-Fajr on time. And the second answer he gave, and allow me to elaborate on this answer, don't take it literal, but the second answer he gave was zaytun, olives. Now, the first one, when this was explained, what he meant, etc. and so forth, Salat al-Fajr on time. In addition to the whole idea of ubudiyyah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and all of the barakah of Salat al-Fajr and things of that nature, in addition to that is that Salat al-Fajr is one of the special waqt, the special time where our a'mal, our deeds are presented to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the shift in the angels occur at that time. And it's also a change when there's a shift in the day from darkness to light, from dhulumat ila nur. The time for istighfar, the time for Quran. That time is mashhood, as the Quran says, right? That the tilawah of the Quran, the dhikr of Allah Ta'ala, the remembrance of Allah Ta'ala is mashhood, it is witnessed at that time. And so Salat al-Fajr fi waqtiha, in its time, is of course about ubudiyyah to Allah Ta'ala, but at a deeper level, a more deeper philosophical, spiritual, ruhani level. It's about witnessing the transition of dhulumat into nur. And hoping that each day that happens, that a part of the dhulm inside of us is transformed and replaced with nur. Right? So sort of a hope for rewriting in our nufus, in our a'mal, and in our stations with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's a key to good health, one. The other is he mentions the olive, the zaytun. And there are some fruits that you pluck from a tree and they're readily edible. Like the teen, for example, the fig, you can pluck it and bite it. Like the mango, like the apple, for example, right? Some fruits you can just take off the tree direct and consume them. The zaytun, the olive, is not like that. The olive, when you pluck it, you cannot just consume it. It has to go through processing. فَاعْتَبِرُوا يَا أُولِي الْأَبْصَارِ. Think deep. Processing. The olive has to go through processing through external means. The olive doesn't process itself. External hands, external effort has to go into that processing. And then when it comes out of that processing, it is ready to be consumed. At any time. It can sit on the shelf. It doesn't need refrigerating. It can just sit and you can take it at any time, subhanAllah. And so the olive, in his example, in his advice, was a metaphor of deeper thinking, in that health at the spiritual level and the physical level involves the fact that we must be like the olive. We must submit to the idea that we're not ready in our current state. We have to go through processing at external hands, the hands of our parents, the hands of our teachers, right? The hands of our mentors, the hands of our elders that have more experience, etc., and so forth, that those hands, I mean their advice, their wisdom, etc., process our qalb, process our ruh. They work on us. We take advice from them, we follow them, we listen to them, we have adab with them. Those hands work on us. They process us. And then after we've learned from our parents, we've learned from our shuyukh, we've learned from our elders, we've learned from our teachers, our mentors over a long period of time, then we are ready to be consumed. Then we are ready to go into the world and to work, to do da'wah, to do khidmah, etc. And so the zaytun has this meaning, the olive has that meaning, processed. Because if we don't process, if we don't subject ourselves to work, hard work, we just let ourselves, our internal selves, decay, then we become at risk of losing our nafs. Yani, when I say losing our nafs, what I mean is it becomes weak, it becomes desperate, it becomes unkept. Just like if you leave a garden that's unkept, or you leave grass that's unkept, it goes wild. The weeds take over. And then no matter how beautiful the body, no matter how beautiful the home, it's going to be a rotten mess. Right? So we can have all the money in the world, we can have the most beautiful house, beautiful spouse, children, great job, but inside we are just rotten gardens, rotten souls, rotten spirits, because we've not been worked on. And we go out and kill 14 people. So health, it's ironic nowadays, everybody with all these shootings and violence, everybody, the solution either it's gun control or mental health control. Health, at its core, according to this advice given to us, is achieved in two ways. Salatul Fajr, fi waqtiha, in its morning, recognizing that transitional moment and taking advantage of it. In other words, not praying outside the time, not praying when it's already light, right? Not praying when it's already dark, yani before Fajr, but praying at that moment and then being up and witnessing that transitional moment. That's healthy. That contributes to health, but spiritual health, psychological health, mental health, emotional health, and the olive, the idea that we sit with teachers. We benefit from teachers. We do it consistently. We subject ourselves to processing, you see, with time, so that we don't become decayed spirits, walking in what looks to be beautiful bodies. Oh, we looked healthy and no problem, etc., but inside, a psychological train wreck, a nafs that is ready to explode, and that's what happens. Because when you're miserable, the old adage goes, misery loves company. Right? And so I thought that piece of advice from Sheikh, his name was Sheikh Hatim Muhammad Ali, elderly man, mashallah, from the Maghrib, this is health. Salatul Fajr fi waqtiha, and the ma'na of the zaytun, which when you think about what teeny was zaytun, right? The teen is already, the fig, it's already there. Process, and it has the meaning. One of the isharat is that the people, we are not processed, but there are people that are already processed. Those are the anbiya. They're already done. They come prepared, ready to do their work. What tea was zaytun, but most of us need processing. Right? So Allah Ta'ala swears by the fruits that are already ready and the fruits that are not ready. There's people that are already ready, the anbiya, the rusul, And then there's us. We're not ready. We have to follow their way, follow the way of those that follow them, etc. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to be people of Fajr on time and be people who love to be processed. Ameen. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.